The Amex Stadium was a bit of a disappointment with the no-fly zone. I didn't get the pictures I wanted to get. I have got some more pictures of other places that I wanted to get. Managed to meet up with a car meet along the seafront, strange enough. Whilst I'm down here, the one thing I'm sort of don't normally do is car shows. So met up with a Jap car show people. So I think most of today's going to be slightly different than the other days in that I'm going to spend most of my day, I imagine, shopping or looking at shops or things to buy in a shopping centre, and sort of going around Brighton city centre and having a look at the shops out there as well. Quite a few shoe sellers, so don't mind. So I'm in a Lego shop, seriously considering buying an architecture set of San Francisco. I think it's one of them things I will probably come back for in a little while. As always, the Halloween themes everywhere. It's that time of year, so everyone's doing a bit of Halloween stuff. So I've managed to find a man shop, should we say, menkind, selling watches, strange enough. This is the upper floor of the shopping mall, and they do tend to sell some watches around here. So there is a fossil shop over there, H. Samuel, and as I said, in this shop behind me, watches. Behind me here, we've got an Apple store, and of course the Build-A-Bear, which is Cuddles' sort of place of birth. Is was in Sunderland and not his home. Obviously his home is with Leanne and now me. Hopefully one day Leanne, we never know. So this is the Build-A-Bear shop. Plenty of designs and styles in here. And of course I've just noticed the Joker Bear. I mean, there's a Halloween bear and a Joker Bear. Joker Bear's fully clothed with big boots on. Maybe that's not going to be so comfortable, but pretty awesome. I suppose that I could buy Cuddles the Joker Bear outfit, but it just look a bit odd on him because he hasn't got green hair. But for Halloween, you know, utter madness, I know, but then there's nothing wrong with dressing up your bear, is there? Not that I've ever dressed a bear up before, but it's that time of year, I suppose, isn't it? Fossil shop mainly seems to be selling more of the fossil. There are some fossil watches, but I've already got some. It's just the fossil wear sort of bags, that sort of stuff. Well, I did get busted in there. You're not allowed to film in there, you're not allowed to have video cameras. Security guard made that quite clear to me. However, I got as much of it I could without them noticing. Hi, Bob! Hello! Hello! You've got to love Brighton for the people in Brighton, you've got to love Brighton for the characters. It's a great place. I come here for one reason, really. There is a reason I've come here for. That is going to be here on the corner of the street, which is Cranbourne Street, and this is a Vans shop, but I'm probably going to luck out and actually want to come and see. Well, that's one jobbed definitely. They've sold it everywhere else, so the high top Nightmare Before Christmas Vans boots seem to be very popular. They've been popular all over the internet, all over YouTube, and to be very fair, I really haven't got a pair of high tops. I haven't had a pair for a while, so I really had to have some. These are just awesome, and before they become super limited and super exclusive, had to get a pair. I left the lady in the shoe shop, it's SCHU. Why would I buy them from you when there's a Vans shop in town? The price is exactly the same. She said, really, I can't tell you, no reason. And the thing is, they didn't have them in stock, whereas the Vans shop did. Also, I'm outside somewhere. I may come later. I went to American Diner last night. Tonight, I'll probably go to this. This is Bon Appetit, which is an all-you-can-eat restaurant. Actually looks quite nice. It actually doesn't look too expensive either, so I think it's $8.99 all you can eat in the weekday, $10.99 or $11.99 on a weekend. I'm hungry. So on my way to the shop, to the Vans shop, you saw I got photobombed. Got what I wanted. They had them in stock. So the benefit of parking the car close by in a car park close to the city centre is that you can pop back to it, stick stuff in the boot that you don't want to carry around with you, because these are quite big. The box is quite big. It's a fantastic box. I mean, the box packaging, everything's brilliant. I think some people will probably keep these shoes and hope they're going to make money or stick them on eBay straight away. I'm going to wear them. Obviously, that's what I got them for. But I'm off now to find another shop. There's a music shop I want to show you. You'll see why when I get there. It's a brilliant looking music shop. Never been in it, but it looks fantastic and I'm really interested in it. And there's some lovely shops on the way, so I sort of film the shops as I walk that way. And when I said lovely box, I mean, okay, it's not quite an unboxing video, but the box, Nightmare Before Christmas box, you've got the tag on the side in the coffin shape. Open it up, obviously you've got your boots, but you've also got a little few cartoon characters, little cartoony bits, and look, even pumpkins, Disney pumpkins on the wrapping paper. It's just awesome. And being that it's a Vans shop, of course, they offer you free stickers. So do you want any stickers whilst you're here? Well, as it happens, there is a Vans sticker in my rucksack at the moment of Hello Kitty, but whilst I'm at it, I mean, I've got to have that, haven't I, really? So yeah, it's definitely raining now, stroke wet, drizzly. It's not pouring down. I've still got loads of places to go yet as well. A proper oldie pub as well, with lovely green tiles. Maybe not quite as bright green as my hair, but still just as green, just as nice. Well, I'm definitely getting proper wet now. It's now, the rain's sort of near the point where I'm going to have to put the camera away because I don't want the camera to get too wet. Behind me though, you can see Comedia Cinema, which is a restaurant below it, a cinema above, and the legs. So this is the music shop I was talking about, the music shop I wanted to show you. It's right behind me, very brightly coloured in yellow and red. See it a mile off, probably the most lively, brightest music shop I think I've ever seen. Sells everything, guitars, amps, keyboards, drum sets, a full drum set room upstairs. Which they call the drum cavern behind my ear roll. And then there's DJ equipment, mixing stuff, a lot. So I'm going to go and have a look and see what they do. I love guitar shops and I love the way they're laid out with the lighting. It's just amazing the way they light these things. It's incredible.
Ableton is a good place to start. Ableton and GarageBand if you've got a Mac.
Well, they had some great musical equipment in there, some great musical stuff, even in the guitar sections which I can't play, but even in the mixing equipment and the drum equipment was fantastic. I even had a drum set that sort of matched me perfectly in green. It's amazing that actually as I now come out of been out in the music shop, been in the music shop for about, I don't know, 20 minutes maybe, 15-20 minutes. Raining when I went in, stopped raining now I've come out, so now I'm out and wandering back along the same street I came up in the first place. And again, as I walk past another traditional pub tiled in the lovely green tiles that I like. I'm going to get something to eat first. I'm going to come back this way a bit later, so I'll go and get something to eat, have something in I believe I'm going to go into the buffet. Well, that's me fed, probably fed for a week to be honest with you. Buffet, very filling, lot of food, lot of choice. There seems to be graffiti everywhere here. I mean, even just on some guy's car. I didn't actually mean on his car, I meant literally on the wall behind his car in his garage. Proper decent graffiti. And then over here, behind me, we have a chicken. Well, I nearly left sort of walking by, putting the camera away because it's still raining or it's drizzling still. So I thought I'd put it away, and then realised I said I was going to come in the pub, didn't I? So I've come in the pub, a nice vodka Red Bull. I'm on foot, I'm wandering around, I'm not going back to the car for a while yet, so one vodka Red Bull won't harm. It's quite nice, tastes quite nice. It's a lovely looking pub as well. I've also just noticed across the road there appears to be a Dead Wax Social, which sort of says Dead Wax Social, beer, vinyl and pizza. Obviously I think it's going to be a bit different. I'll go and have a quick look. Mainly at the vinyl, obviously I'm not wanting another beer, and I definitely don't want another pizza. I've already eaten 2 bits of pizza. Oh yeah, coming here just to have a look, end up playing on a pinball machine. A Flintstone pinball machine by all means. I'm not doing too well, to be honest. And a couple of these in here. I really like the idea, very clever. Lots of, sort of smiley faces or happy faces in gold, which again are quite nice. I think it looks like these are all by the same artist, those are Ryan Callahan. Yeah, it is by the same artist. I love the fact he also does signs as well. little small hearts, which I love. And of course the word, which I also love. I like this guy. Again, this is enormous. Again, one of these things, it's just where the hell are you going to put it? Is it finished? Yeah, it's got a glass finish across it as well. It's a shame you can't really feel the texture. It'd be quite nice to have a feel of the texture. So that's one of the things, I suppose, is you put it behind glass, sort of protects it, but if it's your own, I would rather have it where you'd actually feel the texture on it and you could actually touch it when it's on the wall. Something for the kids to have play with. One thing you don't see very often is a cigar stroke tobacconist shop. They do sell cigars as well in here. Havana cigar specialist, it says. One of the things that it's kind of like gets me is that sometimes you wish you'd still be smoking with the amount of lighters and things they have on display, because some of them look fantastic. It's just obviously smoking's bad for you, so most people have gone over to vapes. But with vaping you miss out on the joy of owning a lighter. With silver pumpkins. Now hopefully they'll do cannolis. In fact they look very much like cannolis. Yeah, there's cannolis. Ooh, they're very nice looking. Very colourful. It's a wrapped building. So the actual building is wrapped, which is different. So the coach behind me, I went past this coach last night it was playing at, the guy who was in the coach was playing at Concord 2. The guy's name was John Newman. I hadn't really heard of him before, but he has had a #1 hit back in 2014. If it's somebody I'd heard of before, I probably would have gone in and seen him, but since I didn't know him, I thought, no, I better not. So here I am, standing in Brighton, outside a gift shop, which has an I Love Brighton mug and lots of London stuff. I mean, look how much the dust is there. Obviously the London stuff ain't selling very well, which is hardly surprising really, considering you're in Brighton. So it's about 10 o'clock at night, roughly. There's a lot of people about there. There's still a lot of people about, but they're not in the high street now. They've all moved because all the pubs and bars are open. So down in the lanes and down street, whatever the other place was earlier, I haven't even looked at the names really. Lots and lots of people, because there's lots of little bars and things open, lots of music playing. I have noticed a lot of people walking around with mini speakers, so in groups, people walking around with Bluetooth speakers, stopping, just listening to music, drinking and dancing and all sorts of things. And there's quite groups of them everywhere, which is quite interesting, it's quite amusing. Well, I have just noticed behind me by the shopping centre where I'm going back to get my car, I didn't notice it earlier, unfortunately, otherwise I would have been in there like a shot. There's a Krispy Kreme shop, stroke outside bar type thing. It looks quite big. I suppose on my own it's the sort of thing, again, I'll go and get 1 or 2 donuts. Leanne would have loved to go somewhere like that. I would have loved to have been able to stay in a relationship and stay together so we could go places like this. We could come here, go to the Build-A-Bear shop, go to Krispy Kreme, go all sorts of other little shops and stuff she would love. I just want to do this stuff as a couple. I don't like walking around as a single man doing this stuff. I don't mind obviously talking to the camera, the vlogging and that side of it's fine. It's just I do feel lonely doing this sort of thing. I would rather do this as a couple, and I'd rather do a couple with the only person I'd ever want to be with, and that's obviously Leanne. There's nobody else I really want to be with, so there's nobody else I would want to do it with, but I just wish we would have stayed together and been able to do stuff like this, because this is wonderful little stuff like this. There probably would have been a couple of things that would have disappointed her as much as they disappointed me. The biggest one being that the Disney shop's gone. There used to be a Disney shop in this centre, quite a nice big Disney shop. When I got kicked out earlier, when I didn't get kicked out, when I got told I wasn't allowed to film, I asked the guy what happened to the Disney shop. I'm sure there's one here somewhere, and he said, yeah, it used to be in the corner, now it's just people selling Disney bits. But it's not the same as a shop, and there's hardly any bits in the shop, so that wouldn't have been so good for us. But there's plenty more other things to do and see, and for a shopping day out it's great. The parking is very expensive, but the actual day out and wandering around, there's plenty to do. I would have just loved to, but oh well. One piece of advice I would give to anybody thinking of parking in Brighton, the Churchill Place car park is just as big, but it's cheaper and better than the NCP. So you've got a few NCP car parks around, but they tend to be quite a bit more expensive, especially if you're going to stay longer. If you're going to do a 12-hour or go over 12 hours, you want to do the day, then you want to go out in the evening to the pubs, things like that, then the NCP car parks are actually bloody expensive. So coming to a shopping mall, this is still dear if you're going to be here a little while, but if you're going to spend the whole day out, then this is actually a much cheaper option. If this is a long vlog, then I'm really sorry. I've been walking around with this camera all day long, filming, talking, because it's a day out and it's stuff to do. So that's why I've done it. I'm interested, hope it's helping you, hope it's, you know, if you do want to come to Brighton at some point, if your trip to Brighton involves shopping, then hopefully this sort of, maybe you'll get an insight, a little bit of an insight of the shopping and what it's like around here from my vlog.